Hello and welcome to Horizon Overland. Today, I'm going to show you my latest build that I just completed for a client. And it's going to be a level 3 build on a 2003 Yukon XL Denali. Now today's video is going to be a two-part video. The first part, I'm going to go ahead and do a brief review of the Yukon XL Denali and talk about some of the differences between the Denali model versus the regular Suburban or Yukon XL models. And the second part of today's video is going to be the tour of the level 3 build that is going to have some minor changes to it along with an external solar panel kit versus the regular solar panels that are secured on the roof. So without further ado, let's get started on the tour. All right, folks, so here it is. Now, if you've watched the last video that I put out on the 86 Suburban, heavily off-road modified, kind of a Punisher theme to it, and you're watching today's video, well, today's video on this particular Yukon XL / Suburban is the polar opposite from the last video. This is bone stock 2003 GMC Yukon XL Denali. The Denali model is GMC's version of a luxury edition Yukon XL, and some of the differences between the regular half-ton Suburban or Yukon XL for that matter and a Denali is that the Denali will have the bigger motor, the 6.0 liter LS small block V8, pushing about 320 horsepower and 365 foot-pounds of torque. That motor is actually also found in the 3/4 ton GMC and Suburban models. Another difference between the Denali edition Yukon XL and the regular Yukon XL or Suburban is that the Denalis will have the option of all-wheel drive. Standard is rear-wheel drive, but this particular model has the all-wheel drive system versus the four-wheel drive that you would find in the regular Yukon XL. And the all-wheel drive system is on all the time. It provides traction to all four wheels at all times, and there is no turning it off. So how can you distinguish between a regular Yukon XL and a Denali if you don't see any badging indicating that this is a Denali? In the front here, one of the differences between a regular and a Denali is that you see the chrome finish dotted grille along with the Xeon headlights in the front, and the bumper is kind of a lower profile bumper with rounded fog lights. The whole body sits a little bit lower. It's got that low profile to it, along with those lower body moldings that are integrated with the running board. The wheels are 17-inch chrome wheels. This has the rear liftgate in the back, and it does have the tow package as well. You can see the exterior is very much in original stock form, so no modifications per client request were done on the exterior. So when you walk up to this thing, you would never know that there is a camper built inside. This particular rig has about 130,000 miles, so it's considered somewhat of a low mileage for the year. Let's go ahead and now check it out on the inside and talk about some of the interior additions on the Denali versus the regular Yukon XL. Okay, moving on to the inside to talk about some of the features that the Denali has. Starting with this door right here, you could see we have the memory package. We have heated seats for both the upper and lower cushion. We have adjustable foot pedals, adjustable and power mirrors, power windows and power door locks. You could see we have this kind of fake dark wood trim found pretty much all around the dashboard. And then also all the door handles are going to have this kind of metal look. Usually I believe they are hard plastic, but this looks like it may be actually aluminum. So it's got a very nice feel to it. Definitely more luxurious than your average Yukon XL. You can see we have the Bose sound system so the stereo system sounds really, really good. These seats are leather and they are power. They're adjustable power seats on both the driver and the passenger. We have some steering wheel controls. Here's your tow haul button on your shifter. This is a column shifter. Moving to the original stereo, we have the cassette. So this still had cassette back in 2003. And then we have a regular CD, but not only that, we also have a 6-disc CD changer. So you got all the features that you would find in an old school car: cassette, CD, and a 6-disc CD changer. Here's your climate controls. They're digital, but we also have climate controls for the rear. These are the garage controls. We have some dome lights up here. In here we have the center console with some storage. And then here we have some cup holders. Let's go ahead and move on to the back to show you what that looks like. So this Yukon XL Denali is going to be a 4-passenger SUV and a 2-person camper. We will go over the camper build in just a moment. So here, the second row, you could see these are captain chairs, and they are also heated. And then here we have the radio control with some headphone jacks, and then this is your cup holders for the rear. And up here we have a DVD player with the screen as well. So that's pretty much the tour of the Yukon XL Denali. Let's go ahead and turn this thing into a camper and give you a tour of the level 3 build. All right, folks, so I went ahead and folded down the second row captain chairs to show you the level 3 build. And the very first thing that you notice is that this level 3 build is shorter in overall length than the normal level 3s that I've done in the past. And the reason why is because of the placement of the fridge. The client has requested that this fridge, it's a Dometic CFX 12-volt fridge, be placed right between the captain chairs right up here in the front versus its normal position back there next to the water containers. And this is why this particular level 3 is shorter in length. And here, if I go ahead and lift this folding extension and then place it back on the back of the captain chairs, it's sitting really nice and firm, so you can actually sit on here, and maybe you can have your feet up here, no problem. It'll hold a lot of weight. It will clear the fridge, no problem. Normally I would provide the 4-inch folding mattress, but the client is going to use their own mattress. But I will note that this area right here, this is the sleeping area. It's long and wide enough for 2 people to comfortably sleep on. It will fit almost a full-size mattress, no problem. Part of the level 3 is the side storage package. So we have 2 different designs on each side. We have more of an open design on this side. You could store stuff on top, but you can also store stuff underneath, like you see right here. This is the client's request to have storage, open storage on top, and be able to store stuff underneath as well. And you could see the built-in railings to the opening on top to prevent stuff from falling over. And on this side, we have more of a traditional design. We have kind of a huge cubby area. This is a fixed area, it doesn't open. And then right underneath, we have 2 compartments. We have a storage compartment, and we also have a electrical compartment. So another feature of the level 3 is the solar and battery package. And in here, you will find the electric compartment. And if I open this up, you will see the inverter. It's a 1500 watt inverter, and then you'll see all the connections. You see a fuse box, and then all the wires running to the battery, which is not located in here. The battery is actually located under the hood on the opposite side of the starting battery, along with the isolator, which connects both batteries together. So when you turn on the car, both batteries are getting charged by the alternator. And in here on this panel, you will see the 12-volt and the USB DC outlets. You will see the inverter on and off switch, which will activate the AC outlet, which is located all the way in the back, again, per client request. And then here is the battery reader, which shows you the level of the battery as well as the voltage. And on this side, we also have another DC outlet. Now you heard me mention solar and battery, and we just talked about the battery being under the hood. But the solar panels are not fixed on top of the roof because the client again wanted to maintain the original look of this vehicle. So we didn't secure the solar panels on top of the roof. But what we have here for the client is a solar panel kit. So this is a solar panel kit. It's a 220 watt kit, and it comes with the solar panels, and then also it comes with a solar controller. And what I'd like to do now is show you a small video on how this kit works to charge the secondary as well as the primary battery of this rig, because again, both batteries are connected together by an isolator. So let me go ahead and show you that. Okay, so I went ahead and for demonstration purposes, I unpacked the 220 watt solar panel kit. I put it outside, as you could see on these tables, full sun exposure. And this is the benefit of having these solar panel kits, is that you can move them around to where the sun is. As you could see, inside is where the Suburban is parked. And then we have an extension cord running to the solar panels, and we're just going to go ahead and follow that extension cord to see where it plugs into. And part of the solar panel kit is the solar controller right here, and you could see it's plugged into the solar controller, and then the battery is getting charged by the solar panels through these alligator clips right here. This is the secondary battery installed in the engine compartment, because we do have a space in the 9th generation Yukons and Suburbans to be able to do that. But you could see the sun is currently charging the battery, and then the voltage is increasing. We have 13.6 volt. When I started this, before I plugged into the solar controller, it was right around 12.5. So the solar panels are definitely doing their job. And you know, like I said, the benefit of having a solar panel kit is you can keep your rig parked in the shade while using the extension cord to move the solar panels to where the sun is. And finally, here we see a storage compartment. On this side we have a huge cubby, and these guys are small lawn chairs. You can see how small they are. So there's 4 of them. The client wanted 4 of them. And then on this side, along with the solar panel kit, we have the 2x4 folding table. What I'd like to do now is go to the back, open up the hatch, and show you the rear of the build. Okay, moving on to the back to show you some of the features on this particular level 3 build. We're going to go ahead and start on this side. Here you notice a huge opening, and the reason why we have an opening is inside we have a 12 volt outlet that was installed by the factory back here. So I wanted the client to still be able to access that outlet and plug something in. You can put your whole hand in here and be able to plug something in, no problem. Back here on this panel, you notice that down on this part of the panel there is another opening. The reason why is because we want to be able to allow the rear AC to properly vent when it is on. Moving right along, we see here 2 drawers, one a little narrower than the other one, but this one is actually shorter in length than this one. Both drawers are on ball bearing heavy duty slides, and they're locked in 2 positions. On this one you can lock it in 2 positions. This is the further out position, and you could see it doesn't move at all. This one you can only lock in 1 position because it's shorter in length. I believe this is a 24-inch slide and this is a 36-inch slide. And on these drawers we have the built-in toppers like you've seen in previous builds. We have a topper with storage underneath on this side, another topper, huge topper, with storage underneath on this side where the stove stores. 2-burner Coleman stove. The client did not want the 5-pound refillable tank. And then up here we have the built-in sink on another topper. You can store some stuff underneath. And in here there's another giant hole, and the reason why there's a hole is to allow the hose to connect from the bottom of the sink through the hole into one of these containers. One of them would be your clean water, the other one would be the gray water. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and close this drawer, move this water container to the side just to show you the secondary compartment back here. So if I open this up, you will see it's a fairly large compartment which currently has the factory jack, which is easily accessed, as well as the jack equipment. But you can also store some more items in here, no problem. You have enough space to work with. And finally, back here we see an AC outlet. So if you do turn on the inverter, you can then be able to plug things in to the AC outlet, as well as maybe a USB or a USB-C. And this outlet can handle a a heavier load. Because we have a 1500 watt inverter, you can plug in a small, maybe 600 or 700 watt coffee maker, no problem. Again, the client requested that to be the case in this particular level 3. So that concludes the tour of today's video on the 2003 GMC Yukon XL Denali level 3 build. I want to thank you folks for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Until next time, take care and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.